Hey YouTube, this is Mark from Northeast Indiana. We're out here in the shop. I've got another project today. I'm going to take you along with me because frankly, I need somebody to blame if it doesn't go right. I am going to be working on some exhaust. I noticed something when I was working on my brakes last weekend, and so now I have another project here. Today I went to Harbor Freight, picked up an exhaust pipe cutter because I didn't have one of those. I actually was thinking about cutting the existing tailpipe with a grinder, and then started to think through that process and decided against that. I got some flex pipe from O'Reilly's and a couple clamps that I'm going to employ. I think it's going to work. I'm going to take you under the car once I get set. Maybe we can figure this out together. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along. Here we go. Okay, before I get started by removing this tire to where I can actually access easily the exhaust pipe, I want to show you how I set up. I work in, this is just a simple garage. I don't have a big lift or anything like that, so I'm constantly on the ground. It's February 16th in Northeast Indiana, and concrete's cold, and I'm 55 years old. I'm no spring chicken. My knees hurt. I've had 2 back surgeries. This is what I do. I put a moving blanket down. I asked my kids for a moving blanket for Christmas. I couldn't figure out why. I leave it folded in double, and then I just throw this piece of artificial grass over it. Number one, it helps me keep track of stuff, but secondly, it gets me up off the ground, and it's actually a little bit of a cushion. I also have thick foam pads that if I'm doing a lot of work on my knees, I'll put those down and kneel on those. So that's kind of what I do here to keep a little bit of separation between me and the ground. I'll show you guys the good, bad, and the ugly. There's a lot of bad and there's a lot of ugly on this channel. I'm a little frustrated. Let me show you now the work I've created for myself. These are nice looking studs. What in the heck happened there? Good Lord. The ironic thing, didn't really need to take the tire off. I can reach the exhaust with this jacked up, but I wanted a little extra room. Like I say, guys, I'm no expert. I just try stuff. This is not a how-to channel, that's for dang sure, but it's real life. Let's get to this exhaust. Okay, for those of you fellas that are old school, and I'm 55, so maybe my dad's generation, which I don't know if I have any followers that old. God rest his soul. I did have my baseball cap turned on backwards there so I could get in here, but I changed out, put my shop cap on, so I'm not disrespectful. So let me show you what the heck is going on. All the new guys are like, what the heck are you talking about? This is my muffler. The tailpipe comes in here at this joint. What's happened here, you can see this is broke clear off at this clamp. So what I'm going to do here is cut this right here, and I'm going to put a piece of that flex exhaust right here. Now my tailpipe is solid all the way up to, I want to call it the exhaust manifold. I'm not a mechanic, remember that? Just a guy trying to keep stuff together without paying an arm and a leg. The muffler is solid. It's just a little bit loud. This is completely separated from my muffler. So I'm going to cut it here with that cutter. Attach the piece of flex pipe. I think we'll be good. That's the goal. What do you guys think? Yeah, don't mind the safety hazard. I need a new jack. All right, I've never used one of these. Seems pretty simple. Seems just like any pipe cutter. This goes in these slots. I can't do this one-handed. I'm trying to do a video as well. It goes in there. Of course, I adjust it according to the size. Yeah, and then we rock and roll with it. Let's see what happens. All right, good, bad, and the ugly. See what we can do. Sure hope this jack stand holds. I believe this is 2 1/4 inch pipe. I think that's gonna cut. That's too loose. That's too loose there. Let's go one more, man. Come on, we're gonna have to try. One more. Give me one more. One more. There we go. Let's give this a shot. No idea what I'm doing here. Come on, baby. Get through there. Okay. Guess I'm going down to the next size now. If I can't. On my luck, you're not supposed to take that out. Come on, baby. Dang bifocals, man. I can't see a dang thing. I think I got it. There we go. Did it. Did it. I even got a little blood for it. So we got a cut. This is sharp, obviously. Hopefully my tetanus is up to date. This looks flared to me, so the only thing I'm wondering about is if this is stainless. I have no idea. I guess, hey, I have no idea. I'm gonna give it a go, see if I can cut it here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try to figure a way to get that flex pipe over that flare, and I'm not sure. That looks worse than it is. Trust me. I'm excited I got this far. Hey, looky there. 2 clean cuts. That came off real easy, I should say. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry about this. I'm too big of a guy to be under here even with this jacked up. There's that piece from here. There's off the tailpipe, the clamps. Let's go see what this flex pipe's all about. Okay, so I just took about 6 inches of this flex tube and cut it off with the grinder. Don't do as you see me do. I'm in a hurry to get this done. I gotta have this thing up and running in a couple hours. Gotta clean out the ends here so I don't get cut. But the neat thing about this stuff is that it does extend a little bit. So I probably got about 6.5, 7 inches here. Not bragging. All right, so I measured right up here to this lip on the muffler, down to about right here on the tailpipe, hoping to get a little more movement from this tailpipe. This might be a little more challenging than I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go this way. Okay. Well, let me noodle on this for a little bit. I got it started. Let's see. Get it on there. Now then, shrink it up. This is going to be the fun part. Not really sure I got enough. Shoot. If I go like that. What if I go like that? Oh, what do you think about that, Jack? There we go. So that's my thought right there. Put a clamp and a clamp. Let's see if it works. So I'm just putting 2 clamps on here. My fingers ain't working. I'll slide it all the way up like that. And I think it's going to look all right. It's, you know, it's definitely not shop quality. But when you're on a budget and you gotta do stuff on your own, that's what happens. Anyways, you see that I have to tighten it more. There you go. You see what it's going to look like. I'm going to get this tightened up, and I will show you everything once I do that. Whew. Well, here we go. Finished project. Very tight. No slippage. I don't think these bolts should not come in contact with anything. This was slightly bigger than the pipe, so as I tightened it, it did kind of buckle on this side, on both sides here, but that should not be a big deal. I stopped as soon as I saw it. It's very tight. I don't need to crank down on it, but I'm happy with it. I think we're going to call this one good. Let's recap. Okay guys, we're just going to do a quick recap here. Had that tailpipe, which is perfectly fine all the way up to the motor. Kind of rust through right where those 2 clamps are, where it connects to the muffler. So I just cut that behind the 2 clamps, and I cut a little bit of the muffler off, and successfully was able to get some flex pipe in there. Put the 2 exhaust clamps on there, and I'm sure that's going to be a lot more quiet. You know, for driving around. It wasn't super loud, but it was a little bit loud. One of the lessons that I learned is that you got to be careful when you're threading on your lug nuts. I don't use air impact or anything like that, but I threaded it on. I cross-threaded it, and now it's cost me a stud, and that's going to be another project. It's going to be something else that I'm now going to have to do. Just not going to be able to do it tonight. These 4 out of 5 are going to be good for my trip, and this weekend I'll be back boiling sap. So be looking for a video on that. As I say, you know, get out to your shop. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to fail. Seems like in the last couple videos, I've always got something that I'm failing at. Failing's not an issue until you quit. So don't ever quit. Just learn from your mistakes. Learn, take those opportunities and learn, become better. You'll be well equipped tackling the next project. More often than not, you are gonna succeed. I believe in you. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. Take care. Cheers. Oh, shit. Oops, I shouldn't say. I think I'm recording.